Dill.mccovery.
What up, dog?
How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling. Just making it up, man. That's about it.
Got a new video.
Oh, yeah.
And today's special guest is Mr. McCovery himself.
The only baby.
Baby Dill. That's
Y'all
what's
go
up.
subscribe to the YouTube channel, Dillon McCovery. I'm coming up. I'm trying to make it out, you know. It's kind of hard out here. So, we just trying to get some content somewhere. That's about it.
I'll put all the stuff in the description. Y'all are gonna sub the Dill. I wanted to ask you though, bro.
What up?
What was Hangout Fest like?
Ooh.
Tell me about that.
Hangout Fest. Man. It was, for those 3 days, it was crazy. It was real crazy. You know, I was trying to go out there, you know, catch some content, and like, they wouldn't allow me to go out there and do what I wanted to do, you know. You know, I had to have a certain pass to be out there with my camera. So like, I said, fuck it. We gonna got that moment, still make a banger. Went out there, you know, called a video on my phone and stuff, you know, and just did what we had to do. And it was hella women out there. Like, it was a field day. Like, a big ass field day. You know how we was in high school, middle school, elementary, just having fun. That's all it was. So like, if I could redo it again, I'd do it again each weekend. That's how fun it was.
Dang. I know you had a beach house or a condo, right?
Yeah, we had a beach house.
Yeah.
So like, we couldn't throw no party, you know. You know how when we throw parties, we're gonna do something, we gonna make it happen. But we decided we didn't wanna do it. So like, we just kept it solo.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew a bunch of people that was out there. Who was like probably the best performer out of all of them, the days and stuff?
Sexy Red. Sexy's where it's at for real. Like, she took over the whole beach. Like, that's like, out of all the years I've been to Hangout Fest, like, for example, she took over. She really took over. Like, it was insane. Like, you should have seen the videos they was posting, like, on Instagram threads and stuff. It was insane.
Yeah.
She had everybody out there. That's what everybody was there for Sexy. Sexy for president.
I saw that. I saw a bunch of videos about her. Her and a lot of people like Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember any of the other lineup.
Oh, they had Zach Bryan. He was alright.
Oh yeah, the country singer.
Yeah. Shoot, I can't remember. Friday they had NLE.
Oh yeah.
NLE took over. He played what he had going on. Damn, he was alright too. I liked him too.
Rocking the stage.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I know you probably saw a lot of people you went to high school with, huh?
Yeah, I did. I seen a few people. But you know, we ain't gonna speak on them, so like.
Well, what's it like seeing, you know, people that we grew up with in middle school, elementary, whatever, seeing them out in like public places like that after not seeing them for like a few years or something?
It's kind of weird. It's like, you know, we was friends and all that growing up, and then like everybody, like they say, and it's really true, everybody's splitting go their own ways, you know, after high school.
Yeah. And
you don't see them for maybe 3 to 4 years. You might end up running to them like I did. I ran a few people, like, you know, seeing how they was doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're doing good, you know, but the conversation's gonna be short. I mean, you don't really have too much to talk about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know it's weird because I'll see some people out in random spots like that, whether it's at the beach or just Walmart. And it's crazy to think, you know, we went from seeing those people 5 days a week, every day at school, and now you just see them like once a year, maybe.
Maybe, not even a year. You know, the people we went to high school with, it was crazy. You know, we had fun and stuff. It's just, you don't see them no more.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they say enjoy the moment right then and there.
Yeah.
Because you'll never get that moment back. So.
Getting old, bro.
I know. Shoot, I'm about like 82.
I know. It's feeling like it. Nah, but I think it's a good thing though, you know, kind of reconnecting with people after not seeing them for a while and stuff like that. just trying to keep up with what we've been doing, splitting up and going our own ways. And then you got the people that stay in touch, you know.
See, a lot of us, you know, that we went to school with, you know, some of them, you know, succeeded, some of them didn't. You know, it's crazy though to say, but you the ones you suspect to succeed in life, like come out of school, be the ones is not, you know, they ain't doing nothing with their life right now. They're basically bumming.
Yeah, made bad decisions.
And it's a bunch of them, you know, out there like that. So.
No, I've seen a lot of people like that too. Like especially everyone that we thought was gonna go far, you know, good grades, you know, those type of people. And then now you know, fast forward to now, and it's like they're not even doing nothing. I know a lot of people like that personally. And I was having a conversation with a teacher I ran into over at Moe's. I was talking to her about it, and she was, you know, telling me the same type of stuff about how like it's crazy how much can change just within that like 1 year span between graduating. And you know, you go from like, I guess, having that free time, and then they do a lot of reflecting on what they want to do, who they want to be, and then end up, you know, making the wrong decisions or just slipping up and making a mistake. So
yeah, that's true.
It's, I don't know, I guess it's like a part of, you know, growing up and becoming an adult, making those hard decisions. But I don't know, I mean, I like to think that some of us, a few of us, made it out all right so far, and then we still got a lot we're doing and achieving, goals set out. And I don't know, man, what do you think about it?
I think that when I was in high school, you know, I had a future, I had a plan, you know, what I was gonna do, and I succeeded, and I done it, you know, but like I really wasn't really focused at the time. It's something, if I can go back, I do a couple things right, but I'm grateful for what I done, you know, but it's life. I mean, got to move on. But I didn't have the right mindset at the time. I was more about sports and females. Yeah. So that's about it.
Speaking of that though, I've had a lot of people asking me and talking to me about, you know, we're moving into summer, we're getting older, and all these relationship problems, what are you thinking?
What I think about relationships?
Yeah. What's your relationships like? What's going on with you, bro?
Mine, it's crazy, because let me tell you something.
All right.
You know, I can really sit here and talk to a girl, you know, for a year, 3 years, 4 years, and if you know I liked you for that long, and like you see me out of all those years we've been knowing each other, and you know I've been, you know, fucking with you, and I've been trying to make it right, and you know that, but you still doing what you do, and you assuming that I'm, you know, out here hoeing or something and doing this and doing that, but I'm really not. In reality, I'm not. I'm deep down, I'm trying to fuck with you, but you just, you know, it's just crazy. It's not me. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not me, you know, in a relationship. It's the partner.
Yeah.
So.
Nah, I think a big part, you know, because a lot of guys and women too, but like a lot of us go through heartbreak, you know, and understanding. I think what happens is, it's not so much that we get mad at them for the fact that they don't want us. We get mad at them because one day they act like they do,
and then they act like you know, they don't.
Yeah.
Because like next day when you see me in public, oh, you want me when you're drunk.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me when you see me at a party or something. Even though I don't go to parties.
Yeah.
You know, but you see me here at this type of event. Oh, you want me all of a sudden. But when I say, hey, I'm putting my foot down, I'm going to see you next week. We're going to hang. We're going to start texting more, talking more. But when I do that, now it's all of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, now you don't want me now. I'm actually trying to lock in with you.
Yeah.
Now you don't want me. You know? But you want me at a moment, and that's what I do not like, you know?
Yeah, I think what it is because, like, we'll get upset about it because we're left with, you know, no closure, confusion, and stuff like that as to what we did wrong, what we could have done better. And I think that's what really, like, will really upset someone deep down. But as far as that goes, I think it's more of like a people, scarcity is linked to value in a way. So girls kind of like a guy that, doesn't really give them the time of day, which is kind of weird because you hear about those like sayings and the people that are like, oh, I don't care about them. And then that's the kind of guys that women are attracted to a lot of times, the dudes that like don't care about them. And I think it's because there's that chase in it, but there's also the, demographic of girls who sit there and like a guy who will chase them, give them that queen treatment and stuff like that. But I think it goes both ways. So like that's why those girls will kind of get that attention from you when they want it. But then if you're over there, texting them, talking about I want to see you, or I had a lot of fun with you, I really, want to grow with you, then for some reason that's such a turnoff for them. They find that unattractive, and it's like, what do you even do in that scenario? Because the only thing you're trying to do is, seem like a good person and, try and gain a, area of loyalty and stuff like that, and dedication and commitment. And they just, nowadays, I guess they don't really want to go for that anymore. They kind of just pick you up like a action figure off the floor, and when they're done with you, drop you down when they're done playing with you, and then just move on.
That's true. That's very true. Over the high school years, realizing about, development about females, how they're, their ways and how they act. I'm learning. I'm still learning to this day.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't even want to think about, all the people, that hurted me deeply inside, which I ain't say nothing about, but damn, you hurted me. Mm-hmm. I was liking you. Oh, you go blah, blah somebody else up, that's crazy. But, ooh, boy, if I could say some names, it's a bunch.
Well, like, do you have maybe like a really eye-opening area for you in your life that like made you realize something about, the females and kind of gave you a rude awakening, something you experienced that where you can kind of like tell me the details about? You don't have to, obviously not, we're not going to drop no names. Ain't trying to start no drama, but
yeah, I mean,
like, what was it for you that like made you realize like, oh, like I have no idea about these females and stuff like that? Like a heartbreak or something.
Like a real heartbreak, and I probably told this to one of my homeboys. Like a real one. So the real one was, ooh, I don't want to say that one because like then he gonna know, you know what I'm saying? So like, ooh, I can't say that one.
It's straight.
It's straight, but like I had one where I was, fucking with somebody at the time, and like she went and she did some really brutal shit, and I ain't gonna lie, I was a virgin at the time. I was a virgin.
Yeah.
And it was like, about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So she she's at my game. And like I really liked her. I wanted to be with her at the time.
Yeah.
And she go gobble somebody else up during my game. That was a real heartbreaker. And we just lost the game. We just got our ass kicked on the court. But she's outside gobbling somebody up and they're supposed to support me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's some brutal shit. And my homeboys, for them being homeboys, real ones, they come tell me, and I'm over here mad that we lost, I'm going through the motions right now.
Yeah.
So when they say, hey, bro, she's not the one, I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, she's out there whoop the whoop. So I'm like, man, I just put my knee on the court and I just look up at my senior banner like, man.
Felt sick. Oh, that's terrible.
So it was real terrible.
That must have been a lot going on, huh?
It was a lot.
You lost the game,
lost the girl,
Oh my gosh.
And I didn't have, I had a lot of things going on at the time. And I was like, man, she might be the one,
Yeah.
She might be the one.
That's terrible. Nothing's ever been like that. I mean,
that's terrible, man. That's terrible for somebody, you want to be your first time with, you liking them, And like, you really think y'all fucking with each other. Like, we really was, I believe.
Yeah.
Deep down, I believe we was really fucking with each other. Cool. Look, you know, my point of view.
Yeah.
So, we texting all day. We, you know, we walking each other in the halls. So, like, and you pull one of those. You pull one of those.
The betrayal. That's crazy, though. That's crazy. Now, thank God something like that's never happened to me, but I had, from my experience at least, the first one, I was, I think, a sophomore in high school. This was like the first like mini heartbreak I ever felt, but it was, I was dating this girl for like a few months, and we had like broke things off, I guess like a break or something like that. I have no idea what it was over, you know, why we had decided to split up for a temporary break, which I don't think is a good idea at all. But it happened, and then like we were still texting a lot back and forth, you know, I guess just acting friendly and stuff like that. But I remember one weekend she was like really trying to get me to come hang out with her and stuff, and like at the time I was still like under a lot of supervision and stuff like that, so I was like really limited with my freedom, and I couldn't come see her, and she immediately went and hung out like with a whole nother dude, and they did, you know, God knows what. But I remember like the picture, she had posted like a picture with him, and it wasn't like a completely PG photo. And I saw it, and I remember like I was sitting in a Lowe's parking lot waiting for like something from my parents coming back into the car, and I felt it straight in my chest. Like I just felt like my heart sink seeing that on the phone. And yeah, after that it was never the same again. I realized, you know, after that you're a second option, and that's like kind of the advice I'll give to a lot of guys who will come and ask me like what I think about second chances and stuff like that, or multiple chances. And I think, you know, if you're dating someone and you got an ex-girlfriend, or if you were just talking to someone, and I think if you guys split up and she goes and gets another partner, and, you know, as bad as it's going to sound, but if they engage in, you know, that activity that is like the closest thing that humans can engage in, you know what I'm talking about? If they engage in that specifically, I think that's when you got to let her go. Because after that, if she comes back to you after they've done all that, what you have to understand is now you're a second option. The only reason she came back to you now is because things didn't work out with the first guy.
Right.
Because like if she goes and gets in a whole relationship with him, obviously she's like technically leaving you for them. And so now she's in a relationship with another guy. And whatever happens with them, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't work out and she comes running back to you, now you're a second option. Even if y'all, you know, grow up together, have kids, have a family, get married, at the back of your mind, it's always going to be, okay, but this is only happening because it didn't work out with her ex or the guy that she left me for. Because what if it had? You guys probably wouldn't have got married, probably wouldn't have started a family and nothing like that if it goes that far. So that's, I think, an important way to like, or a way to be able to tell on whether or not you should move on from someone, or if you should take someone back. And, you know, I've applied that myself, and, you know, I got to keep an eye out. I'm still holding out hope for a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but I'm holding out hope for someone. And, you know, I'm keeping little tabs on them here and there to make sure that, like, if they go out and get another relationship, and a few months go by, a year goes by, and they come back, and it's like, you know, I'm not taking them back. Because I can't, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to be the one losing no matter what. So I think that is what determines whether or not you should take someone back. And it's hard.
That's true. You know, I thought about the same thing. That's true. Like, second chances was not it.
Yeah.
Because I can't be nobody's option.
Yeah.
No, because, like, what if we had kids, you know what I'm saying? And I was your second option.
That's what I'm saying. You got to think about, like, what if it worked out with the other guy?
Right.
You wouldn't even be there. So, like, I think you have to be a first pick. You know, they say, okay, if I was in a room full of people, would you pick me out of the crowd? And that's like a good saying, though, because it's like, yeah, it's true.
But
you know?
if I was famous, if I was famous, I had really big bread, you know what I'm saying? Drake, like Drake bread type, for example. You got all these rappers. You'll fuck any one of them. But we're dating though, right? Listen to me, we're dating though. You'll fuck any rapper that has bread, that got clout, they got all that fame, just got it all. You will fuck them and you'll leave me.
Yeah.
And they'll throw you around the corner, didn't give you no money, none of this. But I was taking care of you, then you come back. That's crazy though. But that shit's true. That's what a lot of these girls out here like, man. You know, I don't too much like it. Cause like, that's still second option right there.
Yeah.
That's still second option. We got a room full of guys and Drake room full of guys, Drake walk in. You got one female and she fucking with somebody right now. She's gonna leave him and go fuck Drake or fuck with Drake.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
It is.
That's how that shit it works. That's true.
I've seen a lot of videos too. I know a lot of YouTubers will go out and like, they'll give girls like $100 and they'll leave their boyfriend that they're with right then and there. That's crazy. Over $100?
That's insane. You might as well suck the dick if you're gonna do that. Like, come on now. Suck it. For $100? Shit, you gonna leave him? Basically.
That is crazy.
That's great. Like,
I think there's like different things you can go about because like I got really close with someone and I remember she, you know, we were spending a dangerous amount of time together. We had met at this place in Pensacola for the first time and we really hit it off. At least I thought so. And she, you know, she drank, she's a smoker and stuff like that and we spent a lot of time together. I remember one day we were on like a river or something like that, floating down it, and she, you know, was looking over me and was like looking me in my eyes, and she told me, she was like, you know, I think I really love you. She told me that. Now me, I'm sober. I've never drank before, so it's like I'm sitting there looking at her, and you know, you hear that from someone. I knew she was drunk, and that's what I told her. I was like, I told her, I was like, I don't think you mean that. I was like, I want you to tell me again, you know, later. And she got all upset at me for it, you know, for not saying it back. And then, you know, out of guilt, which I meant it though when I said it. Because I started thinking to myself, okay, like, do I see myself with this person in the future? And so I said it back to her. And of course it wasn't the same, and it's funny now because like, look now, you know, she's not here. And so those are the kind of things that like make you wonder, like, what did they really mean, you know?
That's true.
And so it's like,
it's just at that moment, like I said before, when they drunk, they want you. When they drunk, they want you.
Yeah.
But when they sober,
yeah. And
where they at?
Yeah, I don't know what it is because like we had spent time too, like she had came to the house and stuff like that, and we had deep conversations and everything like when she was sober. And that's what is the most painful thing, I think, is like I was just saying earlier, is like the whole one day they act like they really like you, and then it could be the next day, the next few hours or whatever, and then it's like you're nothing to them.
You're nothing.
And that's what like really makes you ask yourself, like, how did you ever really care about me in that, you know, that regard? Because I personally, and I don't think anyone can, like if you really do or did love somebody or really cared for them, like you say you do, like you act like you do, I don't think you can just in the matter of a day move on and get over someone. You know, if you're in a relationship, even if it's for a few months and you guys grow extremely close, and then you're telling me that in the span of 24 hours, you flipped a switch and now, I mean, we're strangers again and I mean nothing to you. That's unrealistic.
That's very unrealistic.
Yeah.
And it's just a moment. It's just the moments, man.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what it is. And I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that at all. Like, man, I'm just thinking now, like, I tell you everything, you know, what I'm doing in life. I'm expressing myself to you. Like, damn, I don't tell, you know, none of my friends. I talk to my parents and stuff about certain situations and stuff. You know, I only tell them certain stuff. You know, I express to them about stuff, but if I express to you about my feelings and what's going on in my life, and then the next 2 to 3 days, and you just ghost me, and I'm texting you, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, what you doing? Hey, do you want to go somewhere? Can I take you out? And, you know, you being dry with me and you not texting me back. Like, it take you 8, 9 hours just text me back. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. You wasted my time when we hung out that one night. Or that one day. Or it can be any time.
Yeah.
Like, man, that really hurt for real.
Yeah. It definitely will. It's that, you know, that whole flipping the switch. I'm trying to figure out is if, like, I don't think they really did care about you from the start if they can just do that like that.
Yeah, and it's unreal. It's crazy though. You be like, dang. Cause one of my partners called me in the same situation. And I was like, man, I just went through that too. Like, what is it? Do you want to be alone or what is it? Don't waste my time, you know, if you're gonna do this to me.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I mean, there's no point of us, you know, chatting it up. There's no point.
Yeah. And I think that's like the mature way of looking at it, you know, as we're getting older, you know, I'm about to have my birthday coming up soon, and let's see, 10 days. So as I've gotten older, I've realized, you know, you look at it with a less, you know, childish mind, not so premature. I sit there and try and envision myself with these people for the future. I have no plans on, you know, settling down anytime soon. I know a lot of people we know have settled down or starting having kids and getting married
immediately out of high school, boy.
or in high school.
Not even that, as freshmen.
Yeah, and that's definitely not on the list right now. And it's just, I'm still like trying to think for the future because I know, you know, we both have a lot of stuff that we're trying to achieve. We got a lot of goals that we're working towards every day and a lot of things that we're doing. And staying alone in that, and what I mean by alone is like not having that female compassion is a lot, it's difficult. But like, you know, I see people saying all the time, well, you don't need them, they're a distraction and stuff like that. And that's what's going to keep you from achieving those goals. But I think it kind of works for me both ways, because if I have someone that can hold me down and keep me motivated and believe in the things that I believe, that I'm, you know, the dreams that I'm chasing and stuff like that, that's what's really supportive for me. If I have like a cheerleader in my corner, you know, helping me get through some of the hardships, or like telling me, hey, if I'm not feeling motivated enough one day, or if I'm feeling extra stressed out, you know, if I have them there to calm me down or, you know, bring me to my senses again, like that's a lot more helpful than it is to just go through it all alone every day and just not having anyone to talk to on the phone or, you know, anyone to see. And it's like, that's what I was getting a lot from this last person, and it was really helpful. But now that they're gone, it's like a whole different perspective now, because, you know, now you're going through it alone. But I think either way, it's more of a starting to feel like a vengeance. I don't believe, I know a lot of people will say, well, you know, I wish you the best. I don't think so. Like, if I cared about you and I really wanted to be with you, I'm not going to sit there and lie to you and be like, oh, I wish you the best. I hope whoever you find makes you happy. I don't think so. I don't want them to be happy. I don't want them to thrive and all of these things unless it's with me. And that might sound cruel, but it's just the truth, because I know how you made me feel. You've hurt my feelings now. I've like been set back to square one. And a lot of times it's through a bunch of, you know, misdoings and wrongdoings. And that's just hurtful. So why would I wish you the best if you've done the worst to me? That's just the way I see it. You know, so no.
I agree on that.
Yeah.
I agree on that.
Yeah, no, I don't want you to be happy, because now you've set me back and now I'm not happy. So
why should you be happy?
Right? Like, yeah.
You tear me down.
Yeah.
And I need to wish you the best. Oh, we both going down together.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh yeah, you ghosted me. You led me on. You led me to believe we were going to be together in the future. You did all of these things and strung me along like a toy. And as soon as you were done playing with me, you dropped me on the floor and left. But you want me to sit there and be a bigger person and be like, oh, I wish you the best. I hope you find happiness and whoever else. No, I think that's ridiculous. I think it's time for people to start taking accountability for their actions, both men and women. And I do believe in everything that happens to a man, at least. I think you should take responsibility for it, even if it's not your fault in the slightest. But that doesn't mean take the blame for everything all the time. If she did you wrong and you know it morally, and everyone else, like if you were to tell the story to anyone and they know that, okay, yeah, obviously she was in the wrong, and even she's going to know she's in the wrong, then don't sit there and be like, oh, well, it's still my fault. What could I have done differently? I think that's stupid. At that point, that's when you got to develop more confidence. And I think that's why I promote having an ego. I think it's a good thing because you got to know your own self-worth. I didn't deserve that, and a lot of guys don't, but a lot of guys are also going into this day and age thinking that they're, they deserve certain things, or that they're owed a lot of stuff just because of certain hardships that we've had to go through. And I don't believe that. If you're not someone worth having, that's just it. Go fix it. Stay healthy, go to the gym, go find ways to make money, whatever. Stay smart, all of these, make good decisions, don't be a criminal, like all of these things. It's like, yeah, once you're ticking off all the boxes that you know the difference between right and wrong, then you can have a place to stand behind where it's like, yeah, I'm a good person. So no, I don't deserve for whatever it is you're doing to me. And I think that's where you can understand that. But if you're someone who doesn't deserve that anyways, if you're, not making good decisions, if you're lazy, if you're unhealthy and all of these things, like, yeah, you just got your feelings hurt, but like, who really cares? Because you're not anyone worth keeping anyways.
That's true.
So that's just the motivation, at least I get, is being in that constant competition every day. And I think a good thing too is when you establish that, now you can be like, okay, whoever else she comes across in the future, like, they're never going to be me. That's why, like, again, I stay in the gym. I stay trying to improve my knowledge, stay trying to find new ways to make money and all of that, and stay continuing to be a good person. And that's why, like, I'll feel a point where it's like, I don't really care about who else she comes across, because, like, if you can get in your mind, like, I'm the best she's ever had, I think you're winning in that aspect. And I think a lot of times that's what will be the reason a lot of girls will come back to you as well. And I've experienced that a few times as well personally. Is I did the right things with someone. I showed her an undying love and gave her all of the attention she ever wanted. I did all the right things. She left me. Don't know why, still don't. It's whatever. But she had came back not too long ago, just trying to reconnect. And I knew you were in a relationship and all that. And now you came crawling back to me because that guy, the simplest way to put it is that guy was not me. And I think every guy needs to be able to say that to other people.
A lot of people not going to say that.
That's what I'm saying, you got
to be straightforward with it.
Yeah. I think that's why you should constantly be trying to self-improve yourself every day.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, what if she does drop you and then moves on and finds someone that is just straight up better than you? Maybe they're more fit than you in the gym. Maybe they make more money than you. Maybe they're smarter than you. Maybe they're like all these things. It's like, yeah, well, why wouldn't she go with him, right? And I think it's just the natural competition.
But this generation's cooked now, so it's just now people want a guy with money.
Yeah.
If he look good, he can look good, but broke, they want that. He can be a thug, thugged out. They want that. I mean, it's not about love anymore. Like, you can be broke and ugly as hell, but have but show the world and show, attention and all this to people.
Yeah.
You can have all that, and she still won't fuck with you just because you broke and you ugly.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I do have it figured out as far as how females operate now.
Oh, I have it figured out.
Yeah, I'm starting to think
I already got it locked in.
Yeah.
I just know how they move now.
Yeah.
But when I move differently, it's a problem.
Which, you know, I guess I know why now. So, I mean, that's why, like, I'm not focused on it anymore. Like, I'm not going out every day, or my goal isn't, you know, staying on Instagram or whatever dating app trying to find a new partner. Like, I'm at the point now where, like, I don't want to experiment with any new people anymore. I'm kind of just, you know, sitting back and whatever happens,
just
happens.
let it flow.
Yeah.
Know?
I've got a lot of things. I know you got a lot of things you're trying to achieve too, and I think that's priority number one. And I think after some time passes, then we don't have to, like, you know, go out there and try and find someone. They'll find us.
They
come
find
to
us. They come to us, man.
Yeah. Which I know you told me you've seen it before, like a bunch of people now that you've started a lot of the social media stuff and like improving in your job and stuff like that. They're coming back out of nowhere.
It's crazy though, and I knew, like my mom always told me, you was a leader, and I am a leader, like, but I really don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like I don't see it, but they know.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say that, you know, I am a leader, but I just don't understand it. That's the thing. I don't. How am I? But I see what my, you know, the friend groups do.
Yeah.
I see it. I mean, I don't dwell in what they do. It's like I do my own, you know. But yeah, like with the social media, you know, everybody now all of a sudden, hey, I seen you on this. You're doing good. Keep up with the good work. Blah blah blah. Hey, do you think we got time we can hang out?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now you want to hang with me. All of a sudden, you want to hang with me now. Oh, but where was this 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, I'm playing my cards back. You know, you can't play me. I ain't stupid.
Yeah.
I ain't trash. You know, I might be trash at basketball or not, but like, I ain't that dumb. But yeah, I seen a lot of people, you know, I seen dudes, they was like, hey man, I seen your YouTube, you doing good. You know, they compliment me, they talking to me.
Yeah.
And a couple guys I seen last week, we went to school with, I didn't know, you know, it's crazy. People, you may know, but you don't know they're watching your moves. They're watching my moves. That's the thing, they're watching me. They're waiting for maybe number one is a mess up.
Yeah.
That's always. It's gonna be a mess up. That's what people always want is a mess up. They're waiting for you to, you know, to mess up one time. And number two, you know, they're complimenting me, but hey, you doing good. But deep down, they're hating, they're mad, they're upset.
Yeah.
You know that I'm achieving. They don't want me to achieve. They want me to be down here to the bottom. You know. Yeah. But yeah, I seen, you know, a few people. You know, they said, hey, you doing good, but he was watching me. I didn't even know. I forgot about him. But he was like, you remember blah, blah, this me? I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're doing good on YouTube. I'm watching you, bro. Keep it up. Wow. I'm like, dang, I didn't know they really watch. Yeah. I'm just thinking they just scroll through or, oh, it's Dill, you know, I don't want people to please me, you know. I'm not no God or nothing. Yeah. But you know, yeah, they're doing. Yeah. Now they all just want to. Not all of a sudden you want to fuck with me. Yeah. Okay. It's dudes and females. Oh, now you want me to ride out with you. Yeah. You want to go out, but you weren't asking me this a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah. No, I think the thing is, like, you know, people like you more when you're working towards something, not when you have it. Yeah. So, like, people will sit there and like the fact that you're struggling and you're stressed out, and they like to see you, you know, not with anything achieved yet, but if they see you're hustling and all of that, like, yeah, it's cool, because I think that's respectable to everyone. But as soon as you achieve those things, it's, you know, that's when they're like, okay, it's coming from, you know, envy and jealousy is all it is, because they were too lazy to put in the work, and now they're seeing someone else live their dream essentially, and it bothers them. And I think that's the natural competition between all males is, you know, yeah, we can compete within each other, but as soon as, you know, your friend, it could be a close friend or family, whatever, as soon as you see them doing better than you, then a lot of guys will take that approach to being now negative towards them and trying to bring them back down to their level. It's like, okay, he surpassed me, but I need him to come back down to here because it bothers me. Or there's that healthier relationship where it's like, okay, my brother's doing better, my friend's doing better in life. That motivates me now to do better.
To do better.
And then what happens? As you guys progress, it's like this. You guys are constantly growing together. That's the relationship you want with a friend or whoever. You know, not the one where if you are too scared to work past what your friend has achieved out of the fear for them losing the loyalty and them not being your friend anymore, that is what drives so many people to, you know, hatred and all of these bad things. So I think you need to find someone, and this is for everyone, I think you need to find a friend, whether it's your brother or whoever, a good close friend where you guys can have that natural competition within each other, and you grow every day, you know. And there's you can joke within each other, like let's take a gym approach to it, for example. Like if you guys are similar in weight in a certain bench press and your friend now hits 20 more pounds than you and sits there and rubs it in your face like, haha, that should motivate you now to be like, okay, well now I'm gonna try it. So it's the same thing, you grow together. You can always shine together. You don't have to sit in the shadows and hate from the sidelines and try and bring that person down. That's just not the right approach. And I think a lot of people have those kinds of friend groups and friend relationships around them. A lot of them don't realize it yet, and some of them do, but for some reason, instead of prioritizing and valuing themselves first, trying to achieve things for themselves, they for some reason value this friendship more, maybe because, oh, this is just random names. My friend Jack, he's super funny when he gets drunk on the weekends. You know, he's hilarious to be around on Saturday nights when we go to the club and stuff like that. But it's like, what about the other 6 days of the week? You know, like he may be entertaining for one night, but what are y'all really achieving together? You know, nothing's going on there. That's not worth it. That kind of, there's no transactional relationship there. There needs to be something else besides just having a few laughs with someone over, you know, something stupid and not beneficial.
Right.
You know,
that's not making my money.
So I'm saying that's not helping anyone.
Yeah, that's not making my money.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you gotta stand up and kind of start bringing up the people around you, and if they can't get it, then you move on. And that's what I had to do kind of recently. There's been a lot of ties I've been cutting because I've tried to bring people on this journey with me and have people share the same mindset and tenacity towards these goals. They don't have it in them. So I don't need them around me trying to keep me down and stuff like that. I need to be surrounded by better people, and that's just how that works. I don't need people that's trying to bring me down back to, you know, high school levels, that immaturity mindset where they're not understanding that we're getting older whether we like it or not, and it's time to start growing.
Shoot, man, we about to be 30 in like 5 years, it seems like.
5 years.
It's about there for real.
Dang, we are getting old.
It's about there.
I'm turning 21 in 10 days.
So what's the plan? Like, what you have planned?
I don't know. That's a good question too. A lot of people have been asking me what I should do for my birthday. I have no idea.
I mean, you do got the crib to yourself.
Oh yeah.
That's.
My birthday, the day is actually June 11th, and it's on a Tuesday. So obviously, I'd probably want to try and celebrate it the weekend before. As far as what to do, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I need to run that by a few people. I don't know what to do.
I want to say, I mean, even though you don't drink, I mean, the bar is not probably where it's at. I mean, because I barely drink myself. Yeah. See, I mean, I slowed down. You remember how we used to go back, let's say 2022? Ooh. Remember how we was?
Oh man, my God. Hey, that was traumatic.
It was exotic. That's what it was. So, like, a lot of y'all just don't know, but that year was very exotic. That was one crazy year. Well, I ain't gonna say crazy, but it was one year. That was one good ass year.
Oh man, I remember that.
Like
going out every weekend.
Every weekend, having some here at the crib or some every weekend. You know, people getting stuck in mud.
Oh my gosh.
somebody, you know, was, you know, they messed up, you know.
All kinds of people getting arrested. We getting pulled over all the time.
Pulled over 7 deep in the car.
Asking, sir, have you been drinking? No, I have not.
We have not.
Try to go home.
We smell alcohol. Well, it was not us. You just assumed.
Oh, no, going to Whataburger at 4 a.m. Oh my gosh, coming back across that bridge. I was in the car, shaking my face. I can't drive at night like that. If I'm off of like no sleep and you tell me to drive 40 minutes, bruh.
Nah,
I was dead. I can't do that.
Shoot, no. I was over there more asleep myself, enjoying my nap.
The passenger dead.
Slump.
No, I can't, bro.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good year. 21 was a good year. I say 2020 was a good year because of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, that was running to our senior year, so I really couldn't go out for real because of COVID and stuff. So, but like all our friends and stuff did, you know, they was running. You know, they was on the streets heavy at the time, real heavy. Shoot. I think 2020 was the best year. 21, you know, it was. 22 was exotic. It's crazy. 23 was good. Now we in 24, you know. Now, you know, I said I was gonna do, I've been thinking about YouTube ever since I was, I think, 14. And I always talking about it. Oh, I'm gonna go do it, I'm gonna do it. But I had the funds at 17, 16, but I didn't think about buying no camera. I was more in buying shoes for sports and all that.
Clothes.
You know, clothes, just eating, you know, I didn't care. I didn't want to think about what I needed.
Yeah.
See, if I would have been started this years ago, I would have been, you know, set to now. But, you know, I wait till my 20s, you know, now I decide I want to make a big boy move. You know, put my face, you know, for the world to see.
Yeah.
So.
No, but I think it's better late than never, which I feel like that too, but I think something we got to understand is that we're also still really young.
Yeah, that's true.
We really are, which I battle with that every day, not, you know, thinking about.
I say that too. I'm like, man, is the only reason why we think we're really, truly old is because we're not in high school no more. Our parents not say, hey, get up, you got school.
Yeah.
Or we ain't driving to school, we ain't sitting in school for 8 to 9 hours a day.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, you know, learning math or English, all this other.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the problem. You know, it's like that with college. When you say we in college, you gonna consider yourself as a kid.
Yeah.
You know?
You still feel young.
You still gonna feel young, but once you're not in college no more, you're waking up doing a 9 to 5 every day. Now that's different.
Yeah.
Now you're grown. You feel like you ain't no kid anymore.
Yeah.
But hey, I still get Christmas. So that's all that matters. That made me feel like I'm still a kid. So
yeah.
I don't, you know.
Nah, I think we're getting it, you know, on the right path. I know a lot of people are going through confusion as to who they want to be right now and what they want to do in life.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of just got to find something that you enjoy, but also prioritize. I think prioritizing money needs to be more important now than ever, just considering, you know, economy, inflation, and all that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I personally don't want to, this is going to sound bad, but I don't think it's the greatest advice to sit there and be like, I think you should follow your dreams. And here's why I don't think that's the smartest thing ever, because a lot of people are going to start doing things that they didn't want to do, you know, but like, you're not always going to become a professional athlete.
Hell no.
You know, if a girl comes and wants to open a flower shop, a lot of those things don't ever work out. I think you need to prioritize making money in whatever route that goes. And it's not going to be something that you thought you would be doing for the rest of your life. But if you can understand and pull yourself out of this, you know, slaving every day, you can start to do, you know, the things that you've always wanted to do. Money is a tool for freedom, I think. It doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you freedom. And freedom gives you, you know, whatever you want to do.
That's true.
So I think it's good paths. I don't really have any complaints. I'm not too upset with where I'm at in life. Of course, I'd rather have someone by my side right now, which I guess we all do. But, you know, that's a work in progress right now.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it where, you know, I'm tired of, you know, Pablo just sitting here like, hey, I can't say that I'm not gonna say I'm not no male hoe. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no hoe.
Yeah.
You know, like that. It's just coming up. You know, the people I was with, the group, my surroundings, what gets me labeled as one of those.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's one thing I've been trying to break. That's, you know, a cycle of, you know, getting, you know, labeled as one of those, you know.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I think
I've been trying.
Learning and growing. We're getting it though, you know, but I think it's time to come to an end. It's been a good video.
Oh yeah.
I'll put all the socials and stuff in descriptions. This is probably gonna go all over my stuff, and then I'll send you can do whatever with it, and then I'll try and clip one clip to post on TikTok. But yeah, I'll leave all the description for Mr. Baby Dill himself. Y'all go follow his channels. Y'all go show him some love. I appreciate you coming out to the video.
Oh yeah.
You know, we'll have to do it again sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I appreciate y'all watching if you've made it this far.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't get, you know, they don't